Good evening. As Doreen said, my name is Gregory W. Erie. I'm the special agent in charge of the FBI's Newark field office. I'm going to be very brief. I'm going to turn this over to the Essex County prosecutor and then to the Newark Public Safety Director, and then we'll take some questions. I am proud to announce that after 147 days on the top 10 list, Lamont Stephenson was arrested this morning. The details of the arrest we will not be going too deeply into, but it took place in Prince George's County down in Maryland, where he was taken into custody and identified as Mr. Stephenson. We did this in conjunction with members from the Essex County Prosecutor's Office, with obviously our friends from the Newark Police Department, with the Prince George's County Police Department, and with the Metropolitan D.C. Police Department. This could not have happened without a crucial work on everyone's part for this. This shows the strength of the FBI's Top 10 program. 147 days ago, I stood in this room and spoke to members of the press with my partners from the local and state entities behind you. And we said the world becomes a very small place. And we warned Mr. Stephenson that he will be found. I'm here to state now that in the state of New Jersey, when we unite and we look for somebody, it is not a good place to commit a crime in. We will find you no matter where you are. With that, I'd like to turn this over to Mr. Stevens.
Thank you, Greg. I'm glad that he clarified that the person who was apprehended was Stephenson, not Stevens, just to get that straight. So in all seriousness, this is a red letter day here in Essex County, New Jersey. Getting Mr. Stephenson was a goal, a long-standing goal by the Essex County Prosecutor's Office, and I'm just so happy for the family that this may move towards some measure of closure with regard to this very serious matter. More than anything else, though, it typifies the benefits here in Essex County of partnerships, collaborations among law enforcement. And so more than anything, I have to just extol the virtues of the FBI and the value of being on the top 10 most wanted list in America. The value speaks for itself. So to Greg Erie and to his valiant staff, we thank you on behalf of the family, on behalf of all residents as we move toward dealing with one of the banes of current existence, domestic violence. Extremely important, and this is just the latest example of how we will move undaunted to make sure that those violators are brought to justice. Thank you.
Good evening. Today is a bittersweet day. To the DeJesus family, brings us some closure today. At the time of this homicide, I was serving as the Chief of Detectives for the Essex County Prosecutor's Office. So from day one, I was involved in it. And I'd like to commend Greg Erie, the SAC in charge of the FBI in New Jersey, for having the initiative to put him on the top 10, and his team here at the FBI and the Essex County Prosecutor's Office and the detectives there and Newark Police. It shows what could happen when we all collaborate together. We're one team. I remember the day of the press conference here, and a question was posed to Greg Erie, why top 10? She wasn't shot, she wasn't stabbed, and it was very easy. A desperate individual, and usually domestic violence, they reoffend, and it came to fruition today. So I salute and support the FBI for the work they've done, and again, to the DeJesus family, the closure that you received today.
Before I open this up to any questions, and I want to thank my partners again, we have to remember that this was a crime that was committed, and there are victims of this crime that are still with us. To the DeJesus family and the extended family, we're very proud and happy that we could do this for you, and it's just a reflection of what we tried to do for the entire public. And we really are happy that you are here with us today. I know there'll be some questions for you later, but from our deepest part of our heart, we feel for you, and we're glad we could try to bring you some kind of closure. With that, are there any questions?
So you said it's been about 4 years since the crime actually occurred. What's he been doing during those 4 years? Working, living under a pseudonym, and do you have any evidence that he's committed additional crimes during the past 4 years?
We are still in the process of interviewing Mr. Stephenson. And I can't get into some of the details of that at this juncture.
Can you speak generally to what he's been doing over the past 4 years? He's been in Maryland in the past.
Not at this time. Sir.
Is he suspected in connection to a homicide in D.C.?
It's going to be a little repetitive. I can't speak about what he's been doing from the time of the crime till now. That will come out, but there's some ongoing investigations. Sir.
Sir, do you have the sense that the media coverage from October, when he was placed on the top, the 10 most wanted list, do you have a sense that the media coverage in any way played a role in getting us to today?
We won't have that information yet, but as we've stated before, being on the top 10 list is not a good list to be on. It makes everything, the world gets very, very small. So we do believe it played a role in it, and we do believe that the media played a role in helping us capture him.
I'm not looking for a pat on the back for the media. The attention and the video that the FBI posted with the surveillance video and just raising the public awareness, do you feel that played a role?
I do feel it played a role, yes. Any other questions?
Comment on the manpower and resources that was put into this case in the last 400 numbers of manpower resources.
I can turn that over if somebody has them, but I will say from all the array of law enforcement you see up here today, from Essex, Newark, the FBI, our friends in different states, I would put that as innumerable man-hours. Nobody up here, the case team from the Essex County Prosecutor's Office, our friends in the Newark Police Department, nobody forgot about Mr. Jesus. And we really wanted to make sure this happened. So this was nothing that went on the back burner. Anything else we can answer?
Can you talk to any additional charges that you may face for being accused, or could you be facing any federal charges?
The way this worked practically is he was under a federal warrant for fleeing prosecution. He'll be returned to this office, to Newark, sometime later this week, and then we will turn him over to the Essex County Prosecutor's Office, where he'll face charges that were already filed on him. All right, with that, I want to thank everybody for being here. I will ask, I know you'll certainly have some questions for the extended De Jesus family. We ask that you please be polite and understand that they are still suffering from this, and they are victims, so please be polite. Thank you very much for coming tonight.